It's real funny how when an incident like the Carmelo Anthony incident occurred, all of a sudden we all wanted to stick together. We all wanted to get out and protest and oh my God, it's horrible. It's racism. The white man is just putting us again under the microscope and treating us like shit. So we're going to protest and we're going to march and we're going to break the system down. No, you're not. In my estimation, he was guilty. He was found guilty by a court of law. He's going to serve his time. If y'all are hanging around for this appeal thing to free him, you're wasting your time because he's not going to get freed on appeal. But that's not why I'm posting this. I'm posting this because it's funny how we want to all protest about something like the Carmelo Anthony incident, and we want to come together with that. But when there are other significant incidents that occur in our community, like 40 to 50 young black men getting killed in various cities all over the United States, we don't say shit about that. We don't want to hold each other accountable for that. We want to stand by, this whole because we're black, we got to stick together. We really expect that. We really think that because we're all black, we always have to stick together no matter if we're right, no matter if we're wrong, because the underlying tone to that is if we don't stick with each other, who will? Because white America don't give a fuck about us. So we have to sit together and fight them. Well, you're right. They don't give a fuck about you. But you won't stick together to fight for yourself. So why should they fight for you? You won't stick together when it comes to trying to make your community or your neighborhood better. So why should they give a fuck about you? You won't come together to clean your neighborhoods up. So why should they give a fuck about you? You always want to play this victim role. Oh, please come help me. And everything that happens to us in the black community is always, it's always racism. Always racism. We can't get ahead because of this, that, and the other. And to some degree, there is a smidget of racism in some situations. And I'll get a lot of help for saying that because people think there's racism in every situation. And that was a time when I kind of believed that too. But as we go along in this world and as things begin to change, I'm beginning to take a different view on that because I used to fall into the pot of because we're all black, we got to stick together and overcome the evil empire. Well, I've come to realize that we ain't going to fucking stick together, and the evil empire is going to continue to exist. With the caveat of the evil empire really doesn't give a damn about us. We care more about the evil empire than we do ourselves. We care about, we're like little kids, and the evil empire are our parents. And, we want to come out the gate saying, okay, I'm going to do everything that you asked me to do, mommy and daddy, and I'm going to do it right. And then when I do it right, you still treat me like shit. So you say, okay, I'm not going to do it right anymore. I'm going to act out. I'm going to kill people in my community. I'm going to rob and steal and rape and pillage the people in my community so I can get your attention and you can do something about it. I'm going to throw these temper tantrums in my community so I can get your attention so that you can do something about it. And then on the other side of the fence, you got, conservative black folk saying, We're doing everything we're supposed to do. It's those niggers on the other side of the fence that's fucking it up for everybody. And you know, to some degree, it's some merit to that. But then that's a different conversation for a different time. Join me tonight. We're going to have an open forum discussion on this matter and other matters that are occurring across the United States, and see how other people feel about this. See you tonight at 7.